This will hopefully be my last Lexet video, not because she's done nothing else. With people like Lexet, you never really see an end to what they do. But this update's more so to help a person that has both been financially and mentally affected because of her actions, and I hope that this video helps them get through it. If you looked into the Lexet comic yourself, which I don't recommend, it's a terrible read that would be worth a video all on its own. It romanticizes abusive relationships to a whole new level, and it's all around creepy. Not spooky creepy, but just this is uncomfortable to read creepy. If you did, you might have noticed how Jeff looks like a character from a certain popular show right now. That character being Alistair from Has Been Hotel, a popular internet show that's really blown up. Now, I'm not the first person to say this. People have been pointing it out since my first video. I never mentioned it until now because I never thought it was important to say. But Jeff looks more like a cheap knockoff of a Has Been Hotel character than Jeff the Killer, which is especially ironic because her friends have been annoying another artist who made another Jeff the Killer comic, and the reason for this is because they're saying that he ripped her off completely, which is funny because one of Lexet's main characters is a complete Walmart Alistair wannabe. Me and the doc maker knew about this, but we never included this story because the person wasn't comfortable coming out against Lexet and them. They wanted to see if this would just eventually stop, but instead it's only made them more desperate and vindictive. I mean, Lexet and her friends were already violating the law by sending and receiving you-know-what from minors, but you get the drill. Lexet's friends have been bullying an up-and-coming Jeff the Killer comic creator who goes by Will Gray. I had the pleasure of speaking with him, and it's a weird decision for her to attack him. He's the creator of Jeff A. Wood's The Killer, a creepypasta comic on webtoons, and there are barely any similarities within the comics. Sure, Willer's did come out later, but the only things that were similar is 1, they both star Jeff the Killer, shocking, and 2, they both have romance in their stories. But besides that, there's nothing similar at all. First of all, the Jeffs look completely different. Willer's doesn't look like a complete ripoff of another IP. Another thing is that Willer's story is LGBT, with main male characters, while Lexet's main characters are straight. I feel like that's important to mention, that one of the key points, romance, have completely different sexual relationships. Lexet's story also has nothing to do with the original Jeff the Killer story. It's another self-insert ex-Jeff with an extra side of abusive relationships and romanticizing it. Willer's follows the 2011 original story that started off Jeff the Killer and his fame. The original story doesn't hold up that well now, and it's just an edgy mess by today's standard, but Willer is making it work somehow. Also, I'm allowed to say that it's bad. I grew up with these stories and I had nightmares for years. Along with this, the art style is completely different. It goes for a more grounded approach when it comes to people and their environment. It's also more realistic in its depictions and a lot more detailed. So you might wonder to yourself, if the art styles aren't similar, if the stories aren't similar at all besides a single character, that Lexet not only doesn't own, but doesn't have the same personality within the stories, if they're not even shipping the same types of relationships, how is this a clone? It's simple, really. It isn't. Willer's comic only has 8 episodes as of now, and it's already gone in a completely different direction than Lexet's. It also has the distinction of being good and not toxic garbage. Story side, I really want to focus on how his story is LGBT because her friends are calling this a complete ripoff when there are barely any surface level similarities, and you know, Jeff's gay. Recently, however, Willer's comic started blowing up, and I assume they got jealous over this. First, it started off as a random hate comment every now and then, or people downvoting it and calling it a ripoff. This wouldn't have been her fault. Sometimes people will go do whatever they want and won't care if you tell them not to, even if their assumptions are based off nothing. But when those people are your friends, some of whom appeared in the doc, it gets suspicious. I spoke with Willer, and he also noticed that every single time he got a comment calling him a ripoff, he would also get a downvote. And this wasn't a 1 or 2 time thing. This was happening repeatedly. It's too big of a thing to call a coincidence. And this stuff has severely affected his emotional and mental health. And this isn't YouTube where any interaction, whether positive or negative, is good, since either of those will feed the algorithm. On Webtoons, your comics are less likely to go out and get promoted by the site if you get downvoted, which, you know, means less people will see it, which leads to the hate causing more damage, which leads to less people being able to support Willer, not only on Webtoons AdSense, but on Patreon as well, which is a problem when you want to make your comic something you live off of, which you would think Lexet's friends wouldn't purposely try to ruin that, and it especially sucks because Willer doesn't have the time to put all of his effort into the comics. Along with this, Willer not only found that Lexet's friends were stalking him on Instagram, but that Lexet herself was watching him too. Lexet joined Willer's Patreon. She made one with her real name and joined. I won't show it for privacy reasons, but she did it. I don't know why, and like I said before, it's gotten worse as time's gone on, and it's put more and more pressure on Willer. The guy already has it rough, with anxiety and all sorts of things that having jerks harassing you over nothing wouldn't help with. Her friends are threatening his livelihood, and they're ruining his drive and potential on the platform. Making comics for him is supposed to be a fun thing. He shouldn't have to worry about a massive creepy hypocrite or her friends accusing him of things that aren't true, or following him or trying to secretly stalk him. And like I said, I've talked with him, and this isn't fun. He works a dead-end job that we're pretty sure he's getting illegally underpaid for, and he's only really able to work on the comics at work with a sick mom who he's trying to support and a little brother and sister that he has to take care of. Being able to make comics a full-time job would be a dream come true for him, but now it's being threatened on the basis of nothing. Also, a few other things as well. On Lexet's Reddit, you can find her defending herself in third person, which is weird. Along with this, some of the people who are annoying Willer Gray have also appeared in the doc before, such as Kelly Manson, along with others. And even if she wanted to support him, which we personally don't think is true, why wouldn't she make a post defending him or talk to her friends about them harassing him and constantly saying that he's a ripoff? Well, it's simple. She's probably the one encouraging it. Talking about lies, Lexet also decided to speak about me on her Patreon shortly after Willer's post. She didn't mention him at all, which she thinks she would given what was happening, but you know, poor decisions are her forte, and it's just another I'm a victim, everyone lied about me, even though I don't have proof and there's tons against me. And she brings up other people that have defended her, even though those people don't side with her anymore, and the evidence they put out there got disproven. So I don't get what she expected. It's so dumb. One more thing, Willa did a Webtoons episode where he comes out against her, where he speaks about this situation. In the post, he just sums up this whole thing from his own perspective, so I recommend you go read it for more context. I'm going to link it. And along with this, I recommend you read the comic yourself. It's not that long yet, and it managed to be entertaining without wanting me to die, so that's cool. If you like creepypasta characters, LGBT stories, you might like it. He's gotten a lot of support from his fan base, and I hope this video helps him get more. Upvote his stories if you don't mind. He deserves the support. He's been reporting this behavior for a while with no success, so hopefully Webtoons will do something when they realize that people don't like this. Again, his comics in the description. I recommend you read it yourself. And thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. Like I said, I think this is my last Lexet video. It's been a journey, not a particularly fun one for anyone, really.